What are my most worn garments of 2025? The most worn this year? Well, let me tell you something. There are some brands on here I guarantee you have never heard of or never tried. So stick around, there's some good stuff in here. All right, so let's start off with a banger, and that would be my 2 pairs of Shinya Kozuka trousers. So I have the orange one right here. This is like a khaki, dark, rusty orange color. I do have a black one as well, but I think it is one of the best wide fit pants that money can buy. Let me just hang it back up because I don't want to hold this the whole video, but I have the high baggy model, which is the black ones, and this one is the upcycled baggy one. The fit, the proportions, they're all on point. So it starts off cinched at the waist and gradually widens towards the bottom. So it's not like baggy pants, it's not like barrel leg jeans, and it's not like flared pants. It's got its own unique shape. Plus, the pleat details, chef's kiss. I tend to gravitate towards pants with extra details like these pleats or cargo pockets you'll see later on in the video. Found out about this brand because they did a collaboration with Dickies. They've done several actually, and I'm so glad I came across that. That's the point of collaborations. Even their Dickies pieces are crazy good. And honestly, price point, it's not too bad. It is up there in price, but if you're a fashion enthusiast, it's around 150 bucks. It's not too bad for a really good pair of pants. Highly, highly recommend these. Now up next, for these warmer days, I've been wearing these sleeveless tees right here. And I have them from 3 different brands. This one's Abercrombie, we got GU, as well as COS. And you guys know me, I've talked about the Abercrombie one countless times. It's only 29 bucks, 100% cotton, got a nice streetwear type look. I usually go medium or large. It just depends on how loose you want it. You got tons of colors, there's graphic ones, and it's just 29 bucks. So yeah, because it is 100% cotton, it definitely feels really nice on the skin. Onto the GU one. This is actually cheaper, but it does come at a cost. It definitely feels synthetic, but I really dig this blue color. I also have the gray one. Not too bad if you have a GU in your area or it ships directly to you. Now, the best feeling one is actually this sleeveless vest from COS. It's called a vest, or they call it a vest. I think it's a sleeveless tee, but whatever. So the cool thing about this one is it's 55% silk and the rest is cotton. And that's what makes these feel really nice on the skin. Also have this in a nice red color, but honestly, the neutrals are probably better to wear. I just got a red one because I needed a red one, mostly for Chinese New Year, and just a pop of color is nice as well. But it does come at a cost. This is almost 100 bucks, I believe. So it does cost a pretty penny, does feel good, but honestly, your best bang for the buck is probably the Abercrombie ones. Now, next up is this pair of Chelsea boots, the Cavalier Chelsea boots from Thursday Boot. I've been looking for a darker brown Chelsea boot. I have black ones, but not a brown one. I just like the pairing of black pants with these boots. They're comfortable, have some pretty decent grip. Now, I've never worked with Thursday boots, but I've seen other influencers talk about them, and honestly, they exceed expectations. I wear these boots all the time. So Thursday boots, hit your boy up. Now, onto one of my favorite pairs of pants. There's probably gonna be a lot of fur on it because Ahsoka's with me right now. This is definitely up there in my top 5 favorite pants to wear, and that is from a brand you probably haven't heard of, and it is called Entrem. And this model specifically is the Anvil DK1 pants. Y'all need to show love to this brand and the owner, Dylan. I do have a camp collar from them that I talked about a few years back, but let me remind you about them again. So these are basically some high quality double knee pants, and these are all made to order. It's super premium, and they're based out in Philadelphia. It's constructed out of 100% cotton with a heavy GSM. You can really feel it whenever you wear it. It's high-waisted, and also the front rise is actually pretty high up, so the proportions look a lot nicer on your outfit. I think the front rise matters a whole lot more than if it's high-waisted or not. That might be for another video. But yeah, you got a hammer loop because these are Carpenter pants. You have this D-ring right here for clipping your keys, and you have this 3D cargo pocket that just looks good. This piece is sick. I told y'all, more coming up. You're gonna see a lot more pants on this list, as you can see, but the perfect pairing for a pair of pants is a nice quality belt. And I've been wearing the ones from Arcade, the sponsor of today's video. So yes, another one of my most worn pieces are these belts from Arcade. They honestly make the best belts for everyday wear. And the one I'm gonna recommend today is the Momentum Lifestyle belt. This is the perfect belt for your daily fits. Check me out. So first off, look at that stretch. It moves with you throughout the day. Whenever you bend over, it's gonna stretch. It's not gonna be uncomfortable. It's lightweight and perforated, which means it's going to dry easier if it gets wet, and it gives it a nice texture. And the belt buckle, very low profile. It's not gonna stick out, doesn't bulge, and it's not gonna pinch you whenever you bend over. And then it has one of the most underrated features. It is not made out of metal. Let me clarify that. Not made out of metal. Most of you guys are probably gonna think that's a bad thing. It's honestly a great thing. So that means whenever you go through TSA, you don't gotta worry about it. There's no metal on it. You can walk right through the security checkpoint, no problem, effortless. And this is personal to me, but my skin's allergic to nickel-plated metals, and a lot of belt buckles are nickel plated and I get an insane rash. So the fact that this doesn't have any metal suits me perfectly. I know a lot of you guys have that allergy as well. And another cool thing about this, if you start to sweat on it or gets a stain, machine washable. Arcade also has a ton of other belts, from the adventure belts, which are even more stretchier and has a lot more performance, to their other utility and lifestyle belts that are functional with good looking hardware, tons of colors, tons of fabric choices, so you'll definitely be able to find one that suits you. If you haven't tried Arcade belts, you're missing out. I'm gonna leave the Momentum belt as well as all these other belts that I recommend from Arcade linked down in the description. Pick one up, you won't regret it, and thank you Arcade for sponsoring this video. So our next pieces are from Quince. These are jewelry pieces, specifically the cigar ring, and then I have their tungsten ring as well. The cigar ring has this box press look, just like a box press cigar. I also been wearing their tungsten ring as a wedding band, you know, for trips, because I don't want to lose my very expensive wedding band. So the tungsten one's a nice replacement. And then you guys know I got my typical jewelry stack. I have my Ascend necklace that I designed with Lupin, and then we have the Resilience bracelet, which is from another collection from Lupin. Wear those every single day. Then we got this G-Shock Casio watch with a very easy to remember model name. It's very affordable with a retro modern look, analog and digital. You can either get the silver or the green face, both very handsome. I also have the Tissot PRX that I've been wearing a ton as well. But honestly, the G-Shock Casio watch gets more compliments than this expensive one. This is a quartz one, so it's not as crazy expensive, but still 6 times the price of this one. Now these next 2 accessories, I probably wear too much, especially in videos, and that would be these tinted aviators from the brand Key, and then this Brixton cap that I got from Nordstrom. The frames have a hefty construction. You can really feel the weight to it. It's nice tint, and I love that it comes in black. Also, the Brixton caps, I have a ton of different models, different colors. Any of the Brixton messenger caps are pretty solid. Next up, we got some footwear from Joseph T. We got these sneakers as well as their Chelsea boots. So Joseph T, another slept on brand. The Chelsea boot specifically is called the Mara boots, and the sneakers are actually like the Margiela replica sneakers. Funny that these are basically replicas, but same quality. Now, what I love about Joseph T are that their boots are made out of a Vibram outsole, so you get crazy grip. And this specific Chelsea boot has a square rounded toe, which I like. I do like the pointier toe as well, but this one's just a nice switch up. You got YKK zippers, it's very comfortable to wear, and there was no break-in process for me, which I appreciate. Now the sneakers, also high quality leather. It's not 750 bucks like the Margiela sneakers. It's a quality alternative, and I love these kicks. Y'all gotta check them out. Next up, got this Madewell jackets, just a clean, minimal look. It comes slightly cropped in a dark navy color. Any guy will look good in this, no matter what your style is. And up next, we have a pair of wide fit cargo pants, which is from GU in collaboration with the brand Rohk. And unfortunately, they're sold out. So if you got one of these, you should feel blessed because the design and the price point was insane. Only 30 bucks. But yeah, the colors, the pocket design, the cut in general, so good. Now, during the colder months, I was actually wearing these 2 cardigans a ton. And that would be GU's cardigan and Abercrombie's fuzzy cardigan. And what I really dig about the GU one is that it has this inside out stitching, which definitely takes away from that grandma look, makes it a lot more casual, more streetwear-esque. Same with the fuzzy one. Actually, you know, this might be more grandma vibes, but the fuzzy one has a really nice cut and a nice sage olive drab color. Cardigans, man, slept on. Now, next are my 2 pickups from Hong Kong. So we got these really wide fit pants from the brand Harrison Wong. They're sort of like the Shinya Kozuka pants, only has a slightly different cut, and that is towards the bottom. As you can see, starts to flare out and then it cinches in just like that. And yeah, these pants, man, crazy shape, love the texture, looks good, especially with those sleeveless tees that I've been wearing. Now, we got this Chinese Tang style jacket, and I picked this up in the TST area, and it was just a local gift shop. Y'all know I've been giving this advice for years. You guys gotta hit up gift shops whenever you guys travel anywhere. You will definitely find some gems, and you'll definitely find some touristy stuff as well, but these, I don't know, man. My people, I feel in tune with my culture. And this one specifically is inspired by American denim. So you have 2 different color threading. You have a darker blue and a lighter blue. And you got that mix of Eastern and Western culture. Definitely a sick piece. One of my most worn for sure. Now the final pieces that I've been wearing a ton are the most expensive. I'm actually wearing the pants right now, but the jacket, we have the Acronym J119WS, and then we have the Acronym P46ADS. So starting with the jacket, I picked this out as my very first dedicated Acronym jacket because of where I currently live. In the model name, it has that WS at the end. That stands for Windstopper. Now, I bought this when I was living in Vegas, but I knew I was gonna be moving to the Chi, AKA the Windy City. And so this perfectly suits my lifestyle. There's a lot of other really technical jackets that I probably wouldn't wear as much. And so that's why with a jacket choice, I picked one that is a lot more easy to wear, easy on the eyes. And that's what I would recommend if you're gonna pick up some Acronym pieces. The pants, go crazy with it. The jackets, pick one that suits your environment and your style more so than just what looks cool. But yeah, the J119, it's based off a Coach's jacket, so it's very sleek, very minimal, nothing too crazy, but amplified with that Acronym DNA. And you love to see it. Let me show you some of the features. So first off, the buttons actually have this loop right here. So you can stick your finger in and you can close the button with just one hand. Then you have Acronym's patented feature, which is this zipper right here on the side. This allows you to wear the bag first, then you put on your jacket, and then you can slide the jacket underneath the strap, and you get a really cool look up front and in the back. It's protected. Now, we also got a double zipper, not in your typical way. You have your standard zipper that zips up all the way here, and then you have your high neck zipper, which closes off your neck area, prevents wind from shooting down your jacket, especially out here in the Windy City. You don't want that. It's not gonna choke you though, so you don't gotta worry about that. And then you have something a little more gimmicky. Let me grab my AirPods real quick. So this is sort of a cool feature if you're like a hardcore fashion enthusiast nerd like me, but you can stick your AirPods right here. But you can stick your AirPods right there. And honestly, it does look better with earpods instead of AirPods because you get especially with the white one, you get the white contrast of the wires, but your standard AirPods work. I probably wouldn't use that all too often, especially if you lose it. The earpods with the wire, I definitely use it a lot. And it also comes with a jacket sling, which is why I love this. You can take off the jacket, sling it around your body, no problem, whenever the temperature changes. So this is really good for the spring and fall time when you got crazy fluctuations in temperature. Yeah, the Acronym J119, see what I'm saying? But the Acronym J119, one of my favorite jackets ever. And finally, Acronym P46 ADS. So this model is the A model, which is different than the regular P46. The pocket design is different. These are my daily pants. I wear these every single day whenever I walk my dog, head to work. So if you guys ever catch me out in public, I'm probably rocking these pants. It's got a wider straight cut look. I'd say it's more relaxed fit, and it's constructed out of Schaller dry skin. So if you haven't tried Schaller dry skin, I would highly recommend getting a piece once in your life. Very breathable, durable, quick drying, also water repellent. And yes, I still rock these in the summertime because there is this extra zipper right here. You unzip it, and underneath is a ventilation flap. So there's this mesh fabric. It just allows a lot more airflow in, and it makes these a lot more wearable during the crazy heat. So yeah, fellas, those are my most worn clothing pieces of 2025. Let me know what your favorite was in the comments down below. And until then, stay fly. Make sure you check out Arcade Belts. Deuces.